So guys and girls, welcome to a new video. Now today I am going to be teaching you how to cable manage, and this is one of those videos where I literally have nothing, no script, nothing whatsoever, and it's all done by the mind. So I have experienced cable managing, and the reason I'm saying this is because I cable manage a lot. Sometimes I probably get rid of all my cables and hide them. Sometimes I put them in a box, which is a cable box, which I will be showing you. And sometimes I literally just leave them lying around. So today I am going to be teaching you a few tricks which I have learnt on how to cable manage, and some tricks and just some things to point out if you are going to be doing it. Now this is really highly requested. People have been nagging me a long time to try and do this, like, hey dude, can you do a cable management video? And then I'm keep delaying it, so now I'm finally doing it. Let's get into it. So first off, the rule to cable management is easy. Simply get what you need, and you will be needing this, and what this is basically a Velcro strap. It's basically this. It's a Velcro strap, and it's literally just something which you can tie cables on. So for instance, if you have a bunch of cables and they're always tangled, put this and then put this around it, and it will basically secure it in place very easily. Now this is why I don't use zip ties. Zip ties, you see, are basically permanent, and I'm not saying, well, basically you keep having to tie them and untie them and then cut them as well. So with this, what the idea with this is that you won't have to literally do anything. If you're adding a new cable, if you're adding a new monitor, all you need to do is get rid of this Velcro strap, untie it, put the cable through, and boom, it's done. So that's basically it. Now also, what I found out is you need to use some sort of adhesive if you have a desk which has something which you can glue your cables to. Now I wouldn't recommend doing this if you've just got a new desk and you just want it to be clean, no scratches, no nothing, but this is great. This is called a glue gun, and what this actually is well, it's quite well, I don't need to explain it. Basically it's a hot glue gun. So I'll leave a link in the description to buy this, but you just feed through a glue stick, you plug this into the wall. Obviously I'm using a UK adapter, but yeah, and then it will basically secure your cables. And what I found works great with this is that it's not permanent. It's not like super glue, and super glue is just way too unnecessary, because trust me, if you're using super glue, you're gonna basically, I would say, damage your desk a lot more. With this, if you have a wooden desk, it will kind of scratch the surface, but what I found out is that you will probably be only needing this if you want to attach it to the back of your desk, not in terms of like on the actual surface, but I'm just talking about on the back of it. But yeah, so that's basically it. So now I'm going to show you how I cable manage my actual cables, and you'll watch me doing the process. Now there is one more thing that I left out, and that was get a cable box. Now these, you might be thinking, wow, why can't I just get a normal box? See, the thing is, a cable box is expensive, but it's actually worth it if you care about your cables, which you should, because cables can be a tripping hazard. They can be also a hazard in general to the eyes because they look ugly. No, that's not a hazard, but they can just be a hazard in general because you can like trip over them, or if they're under your desk they can get tangled up, or you could accidentally pull one. That has happened to me, trust me, I'm not even lying. Sooner or later that will happen if you don't cable manage your actual cables. So yeah, it's called an extension lead. So basically you can attach an extension lead, and you put the extension lead inside your cable box, and yeah, it will look a lot neater. Trust me, I want to show you what it looks like without the cable box and what it looks like with the cable box. And you can buy a cable box in a white color or a black color, and that's about it. Sometimes the cheaper things, I've said this in my DIY slider video if you saw it, sometimes the cheaper things are the best things. So now let's get onto the process. Why am I showing my phone? So now I'm gonna get onto the process of basically how I cable managed my videos. My what? So now I'm going to get onto the process of how I cable managed my setup. Let's go. First off, with any situation of cable management, yours will be different. Wow, this is a really awkward position to film a video. Oh, I found a watch battery. Yeah, so now we're going to cable manage, and first off, we need to get. First off, what you want to get, you won't be able to see my face, but what you want to get is a cable management box. It looks a bit like this, and what it comes with is literally nothing. It comes with a lid, and this lid fits on exactly like this, and that's where you'll be putting in all of your cables and stuff like that. Now at the bottom is some little grips, so it shouldn't fall off, slip on the floor. So yeah, so you see I have this extension lead. So what I'm planning on doing is to just stuff all these cables in and run them through these little holes over here. You see them holes? There's 2 of these. So let's just get here. Alright, so that's already made a big difference. So I can put the lid back on. And sometimes the lid won't shut, and that's probably because either you have, 1, you have too many cables, or 2, you've just not put them in properly. And 9 times out of 10, you probably haven't put them in properly. So yeah, so now what you want to get is Velcro straps. So these Velcro straps will basically, we will be putting on them over here. And basically what you can do is open them up like so. Yeah. You open them up, and then you can just tie them around any cables that you want. So I'm going to get a few cables, so just open them up, open the cables up, open the cable ties up like that, and then grab some cables. So I'm going to, see, it's best to grab a few and then not so many. So we just nicely wrap them around. Like that. And then that's 1 done, and it looks a lot neater now, but we still have a lot more to go. We have these flapping down, which we will be fixing in a minute. So I'm gonna try and make a trap. I'm gonna trap these cables, so I'm gonna try eventually glue these onto the back so they will be out of sight like that. But at the moment we need to try and get these stuck in. So let's say we can grab these and simply tie the ties on. And also make sure before you do this that you're not pulling any of the cables on your desk. Otherwise, sometimes if you tie them too tight, they'll be limited to move and you can't just drag them up. So I would sometimes tie maybe the middle one a bit less tighter, if you see what I mean, so then you have more room to move your mouse and keyboard, etc. But yeah, so we have 1 more to go. That's right at the top, and this one I wouldn't say is necessary, but I like doing it because it keeps it a lot neater. So yeah, and there we go. So now look at that, that looks a lot better, and I actually have a spare one. So I like having this because it has a bit of room just to go, and we can move the cable management box over here and run the wires, yeah, just through there like that. But yeah, that looks nice. So now we're gonna heat up the glue gun and just glue these onto the back like that. So yeah. Alright, so now I've fired up my glue gun and I'm ready to go. So it's already hot. I've warmed it up for like 5 minutes, and now it will be able to stick to whatever surface. Whoops. Alright, so the plan is, I'm sorry if it's echoey in here, nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to basically hot glue this to the back of my desk. So it will basically act like that, and you won't be able to see any of the cables. So it should be a good fun. And yeah. So guys and girls, that was it. That was how to cable manage on an extreme level. Now that was really easy, and the reason being is because I taught you the basics, and that is all you need to know. The basics are the best. All you need is a hot glue gun, some Velcro straps, some of these, a hot glue gun, and a cable box, and you're good to go. See, that took me about probably 6-7 minutes, maximum 10, and it can take longer. And for me, I've already done this before, so it took a quicker process because I already know what I'm doing. And also, if you're doing it for the first time, you might have to take out the plugs and put them in, because sometimes they get tangled using the electrical the multiple sockets. So yeah, but that's about it. Please give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, and also comment down below some suggestions for some videos. Follow me on Instagram and social media, and also visit my website for some stuff like graphics and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm Hamza from Super Extreme Video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Latest lads, bye.